YouTube, how are you doing? If you couldn't tell by the title of this video, it is my birthday. Actually, currently the day that I'm filming this is not my birthday, but I'm going to be showing you footage from my actual birthday. So it's really simple. All we did was go downtown. We rented out a space to do a photo shoot. The photo shoot was for Alphalete, more specifically for Christian Guzman, and it was Alphalete's performance collection that we were shooting. So it was the first time that we collectively went and rented out a space to go shoot stuff on, somewhere else other than like a regular studio. But let's start off this video at the location, offloading equipment from the car and working harder than Juan. What's going on, YouTube? It's my birthday. Hey. I'm here with my boy Harry.
Yo.
Yes, sir. We're doing a photo shoot. There's Juan working hard.
Working harder than the fucking helpers, that's for sure.
Hardly working. Juan said, "This is a sketchy neighborhood, but this is what my neighborhood looks like." What does that say about me?
Wait, what?
So it looked like everything kind of just spawned at the location, but like what you guys didn't see was us getting and gathering all this equipment, packing it up into our cars and stuff at the office, which is at Alphalete, and making an entire list of what we need so that we can execute this photo shoot. So the footage that you're watching now is actually footage from my birthday. This was on April 5th. It's like 2 months later at this point, but it was a good birthday. I had other plans. At the time, I was debating whether I wanted to go to Brazil or if I wanted to go to LA and go to Warner Bros. Studios. We had the photo shoot come up and they would have handled it either way, but it's also something that I wanted to be a part of. So I decided to just stay back for a while, postpone my trip, and help out with the photo shoot. So once we got all the gear offloaded, I started off with setting up a scrim. So if you guys don't know what a scrim is, it's basically like it's not necessarily see-through or transparent, but it's a very thin, like almost plasticky, like fabric. Is it even fabric? It's basically like a plastic bag that you get at the grocery store, and the idea is like you set it up and you shine like a light through it. It's gonna soften the light so you get like a much softer light on skin. So for instance, right now I'm using this light and it's a lot softer on my skin rather than harsh light where it's just like you're standing outside and you can see like all the little crevices in your face. You can see the pimple scars and everything, right? So that's what the scrim is. And then the bigger it is, the softer the light is, right? And also it depends on like the distance that the light is, but I'm getting a phone call. Juan, leave me alone, bro. Hello.
What's up, dude?
Okay, do you want to say hi to my YouTube?
Hi, YouTube. Watch every video he's ever put out.
Funny enough, we're talking about Juan and how hard of a worker he is. But here he is losing equipment. So, Juan, what do you have to say for yourself? Anyway, back to lighting. So, we had the big scrim, it softens your face, blah, 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 right? So while I was setting up the scrim, we had Harry working on the lights. We had Juan bullshitting around the corner. We were kind of just moving around, kind of doing like a general preparation, right? In case you guys have never done a photo shoot or have been in a photo shoot, usually what happens beforehand is there's like a pre-planning stage, right? So in the pre-planning stage, usually it kind of starts with like inspiration, right? So usually we're scrolling through social media and we see something that catches our eye, and then we're like, okay, I kind of want to incorporate this idea into my next shoot. You can get inspiration from anywhere. Maybe you're just walking around outside and you see like a cool tree, and then you're thinking like, what if there was like an overhead light and it looked like an alien abduction? This is an exaggeration, but it's still like a cool idea, right? One of our go-to systems is we use Pinterest or Instagram, right? We see a cool photo on Instagram and Pinterest, and then we save it to our folders, and then we can reference back. We have like a mood board, right? So we have a mood board where we're showcasing a certain color tone or maybe certain lighting or vice versa, right? And that's our way of preparing. So then we have to think about like, how are we going to execute these shots? So then that's where the list of gear comes in. What kind of gear do we need to execute these shots? So I think with this location that we rented, I think we had 2 hours to work. So once we were done with our general setup, we were still waiting on our subject. So what we did is we started going through like the first stage of photos, right? The first stage of photos or videos, whatever you're doing. In this case, it was photos. We did video later on. So at this point, after the general setup is complete, we usually go into like phase 1 of the photo shoot. So we start moving the lights around, we pull the camera out, we start tweaking the settings, tweaking the light settings. Usually there's somebody that's like standing in. So at this point I was a stand-in, or I guess I was sitting down, so I was just sitting.
Try it now. I think that's better. You know what I mean? Like instead of this, like on it is a good more light on. It's definitely hard. Try it.
So while I was sitting in, Harry was with the camera. He's testing out his settings. I believe Juan was moving the lights around, seeing what angle hits best, like for our subject and the mood we're going for. We're not necessarily copying like the pictures that were that we found as inspo, but we're using them, like I said, as inspo to kind of like have like a base. And then once we have the base, we kind of start tweaking things like how we like. So once we had everything set, our subjects have arrived. It was Christian. He was our only model for the shoot actually, and then we had Sonny and Kevin. They're two of Alphalete's men's designers. They have a general say of like what our shoots are going to look like, because we want the shoots and the ideas to match like the clothes and what they're intended for. For example, these are performance clothes, so we wanted to give it like a performance feel, but they also are kind of vintage looking, so we wanted to kind of throw it back to like the I don't know, like the early like boxing era, let's say, where they're kind of cropped hoodies and they're like cropped pants or whatever. Honestly, I don't know much about design or clothing. So there are different ways to kind of have like momentum going in these shoots, right? If you're doing photo, more than likely you'll be playing music. Let's say your subject like rap or hip hop or whatever, right? You start playing music that's kind of tailored towards them so that they can get into their like comfortable natural state. And if you know, depending on the shoot, it can get them in the mindset, in the right mindset. So we're doing like a hardcore shoot, maybe you're playing some hard metal or whatever, and you kind of psychologically get into that mindset where it's like a little bit more rough rather than playing like a soft country song and you're trying to look tough, you know what I mean? Also, it helps with posing. So like if you're playing like hip hop, you start like kind of like, you know, you start moving like in a little swaggy manner and stuff. You start posing like a little cooler and stuff like that. And some people don't need music. Some people can just do it up like, you know, by themselves. Sometimes the energy of the photographer is good enough, or the energy around is good enough where you can be a little bit more comfortable. You can like direct comfortably, and the subject can like understand the direction, and they can kind of just move however they do, because, you know, depending on skill level and experience. But luckily we had a good subject, so we didn't have to worry about that stuff. We were moving good on schedule. Like I said, we had 2 hours, and at this point we kind of hit like a good amount of markers of the mood board that we were going for. And as the shoot goes on, we start like moving the lights around and stuff, so we still implement like stand-ins, and we do test shots to see what it's going to look like, and, you know, as a final product.
That's the key right there. You can are working out and then tired from the workout.
Do we have dumbbell?
Yes.
You got a little spray bottle to kind of mimic like sweat?
That's good. Cool. All set. We're friends. Got next fit.
Yeah, bro. What's up, man?
How's it going?
That's good. Yeah. I'm scared now. You made me nervous. Am I blushing?
We're moving quickly, which is good. We're doing only photos. I think we're doing video later, but right now all I'm doing is getting detail shots of like the clothes and like the face and expressions and stuff, because we're going more for like a moody look and stuff. But so once we realized we had more time, that's when you can get a little bit more creative, right? You kind of start like changing things up. You move the light, you get a high to low angle, or your low to high angle. You start moving the light around the subject, kind of just letting time pass by at this point, but you might as well get some cool shots, you know? So we did just that. We were experimenting with light, angles, posing, and we got some good results.
Okay, now take now one step back where you were, hands on your knees, and look straight at the camera. Hands on the knees.
You gonna start twerking?
Also, this is where Juan told everybody that it was my birthday. Nobody really knew, and I didn't really like care to tell anybody, you know.
Aaron, is this your best birthday ever?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Fuck you, I'm telling
Happy
you.
birthday, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Fuck you.
How old are you turning?
26.
How the fuck's one not gonna tell us that? My bad, bro.
That's all good, bro.
So next up, we actually set up for like a summer shredding shoot. We did all the Alphalete stuff. We got that all knocked out of the way, and now we were doing like a quick video reel for Alphalete. It was basically just like making the announcements for the upcoming season and like the prizes and like what to expect. There's like a new division that we're including. We had a similar setup with the lights. It's kind of like what I have right now. It's kind of like the light at an angle. Corner backdrop, I think there was a plant behind. I don't remember. I have the footage right here. Let me check. Yes. Plant in the back. And before we even like got to shooting, there's this thing that's like a color board. You'll see it here on the screen. So basically what this color board does is you hold it up to the screen and it's accurate colors, right? So there's the red, magenta, blue, yellow, whatever. And you kind of just match those colors in the editing software. That's how you get like proper colors, right? And then afterwards, if you want to add like a creative look to it, you can. Similar to this. This is like proper colors, and then I add a creative look. And let's go back to proper colors, creative look. So that's all stuff that's like necessary for the camera, right? We had Christian sit on a stool with the mic in front of him. So basically, Juan was like directing the shoot. He had his bullet points or script mapped out. He communicated that to Christian, which is the subject. Juan was on the camera. He was the one shooting, and then I was on the audio. So I had the headphones on, plugged into the recorder, which was plugged into the mic. So basically all I was doing was making sure that the audio was good. I was looking and making sure there was a red light. If there was a red light, that means we were good. But we also had headphones on so that we can see if there is like a pattern that interrupts the audio, or maybe there was a faulty wire and it's like a crackling noise, or maybe there's a truck that passes by and it requires us to do another take. So that's all I was doing. And audio is a very important role, because if you don't have good audio, your videos are probably going to sound like this. And this is not like a good entertaining format for you to watch as a viewer. So once we were done with the shoot entirely, we had to pack up, right? So that takes a little bit of time and effort. We got to get everything like off the stands and in their cases, and then take them outside to the cars. So Harry was the main photographer. He was shooting like more of the wide shots, and I was shooting more of the close-up details and stuff. But I wanted to see what Harry's best shots were, so I asked him.
My hands are shaking.
Cool. How'd the shoot go, guys?
I'm exhausted. I don't know. I didn't think
That's not what I asked.
That was great. Yeah, it went quicker than I thought.
Yeah? You got some fire shots or what? Put them on the screen, bro.
Yeah.
Snap.
Where?
Snap, right. Damn.
Yeah, you know.
Wait, which one's your favorite?
That one.
Yeah. Alright guys, just like that, the shoot's done. It was a great time, we did good. Now we're on to our next adventure.
Alright guys, we're here at Chipotle for a birthday lunch. I treated everybody to some free food. You're welcome, guys. Don't even worry about paying it back next week, maybe the week after. I got double steak, white rice, chips and guac.
It was wait, what was it? Chicken al pastor bowl, not double, white rice, beans.
Looks good. Colorful. What'd you get, bro? Burrito, al pastor, double rice, black beans, queso, cheese, chips, yeah, corn.
Hell yeah. Basically the same thing minus the beans.
Minus the beans.
Thank you, chips and queso. Ariel the vlogger.
Yes, sir. This will be out next year.
When's the first vlog going up? 5 vlogs recorded, 0.
So once we finished our bomb-free food, we drove like an hour back to Alphalete, and guess what we had to do? We had to unpack the car and take everything back into the studio. Oh my God, there's like a lot of packing and unpacking, and it's so stressful. So once everything was packed away nicely in the studio, because that's just the way I work, I was debating on getting a flight to LA the following day, because I think this shoot was on a Friday, but there was some flight issues, so I ended up taking another flight like the week after, and it was honestly such a great time. That's like truly what I wanted to do for my birthday. My brother actually went to Brazil. I wanted to go to that also, but I already had this LA trip in my mind, and I just wanted to like do what I wanted to do and not wait for anybody to execute and go on these missions with me. So thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, I am 26 now. Thank you. I hope I get 26 likes. Matter of fact, I hope I get 26 views. If you have any questions about photo shoots or video shoots, let me know. Drop them in the comments. DM me on Instagram, ArielHD. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.